Hi, beautiful people. Welcome back. Hope everybody is doing fantastic wherever you are in the world. Happy Wednesday. I hope everybody is having a fantastic week so far. Look, you guys, I'm just going to skip the pleasantries and get straight into this. Please do not take what I say as fact. Feel free to do your own research and come to your own conclusion. So, everybody's on pins and needles about this whole Duggar trial, and I wouldn't say it's nerve-wracking because I still feel he is going to be convicted. There's no doubt about that, and you know what, it is what it is. But in today's video, I actually want to discuss Amy Duggar King. What is wrong, son? Where are you? He's by the window, you guys. So before we get into that, I just want to go on and just show you what she just posted on her Instagram. And you guys, this is just like unacceptable, totally unacceptable. Because at the end of the day, in my opinion, you don't have to make up stories about Jim Bob Duggar to actually get people to understand what a shitty parent he is or what a shitty person he is, in my opinion. So Katie Joy posted this jury tampering ? And then she says, I see many comments about fears of jury tampering by Jim Bob Duggar. First off, I want to state this as a very serious allegation to make against anyone. It would be very presumptuous to assume this is the case. Improperly influencing a juror in a federal criminal case is a serious crime. And then she goes and she states a code and says influencing or injuring officer or juror generally, whoever corruptly or by threats or force or by any threatening letter or communication endeavors to influence, intimidate, or impede any grand or petite juror or officer in any court of the United States, or officer may be serving at an examination or other proceeding before any United States magistrate, judge, or other committing magistrate in the discharge of his duty or injuries any such grand or petite juror in his person or property on account of any verdict or indictment assented to him, or on account of his being or having been such a juror, or injuries any such officer, magistrate, judge, or any other committing magistrate in his person or property on account of the performance of his official duties, or corruptly or by threats of force or by any threatening letter or communication influence, obstructs or impedes or endeavors to influence, obstruct or impede the due administration of justice shall be punished as provided in subsection B. In the offense under the section occurs in connection with the trial of a criminal case, and the act in violation of this section involves the threat of physical force or physical force. Wow. The maximum term of imprisonment which may be imposed for the offense shall be the higher of that otherwise provided by the law, or the maximum term that could have been imposed for any offense charged in such case. This is a felony and someone can be sentenced between 10 and 20 years in prison. That's a lot of time to risk to try to get a son out of prison. Let's give this the benefit of the doubt. Honestly speaking, I don't think any comment like this has ever been made. That's all in KJ's mind. KJ, in my opinion, is so fucked up in the mind. The greed is getting to her. There's nothing else. The greed, the numbers are increasing. She's getting off on all this. So she, in my opinion, will make up anything. Like yesterday. Was it yesterday or the day before yesterday? I'm so confused for the days. Allegedly, she came up with this information. I've heard it all. That Jim Bob Duggar told his kids, and let me show you this clip. She is a clown.
So I'm talking to my source, another one. I have multiple that I've spoken to. So the next one I talked to him, I'm like, well, someone told me that they found his testimony to be delusional. They said that he seemed deranged. And I mean, if you read what happened, he was like yelling at the prosecutors, calling them unprofessional and, saying, are you going to allow this? I'm not going to allow this. So I'm talking to the source, and this is what the source tells me. Jim Bob has had his kids convinced, and I've never heard this. This is what the source says. So allegedly, that he's anointed by God. Anointed by God to speak God's word and anointed by God to lead others. Jim Bob allegedly has convinced his children he's a prophet. Allegedly. And so all these people have been telling me for months that Jim Bob Duggar is running a cult. And that there's these people that move to Arkansas and they move only to be around Jim Bob. And Jim Bob leads these people and tells them what to do and how to act and all of that. And so all of these groupies follow the Duggars around. Allegedly, because Jim Bob is allegedly anointed by God, and the kids believe that he's anointed by God, allegedly. And this is why they have such a hard time believing that he would lie.
Now, in my humble opinion, I call bullshit on this because Katie Joy, she is fabricating so much. She is falsely reporting so much. It's unbelievable. My opinion. But also, one of the days, Joanna was there every single day of this week. She even said that Joanna was not there one of the days when she was there. Today, she was talking so bad about the sun. Where is Katie Joy getting her information from? The sun. She has in my opinion, she has no sources whatsoever. She's going off of everybody else. Then she says now this person, the Sojo Files, actually contacted her because one of her subscribers actually told Sojo Files about her. And okay, you do for me, I'll do for you. You put my podcast out there, or you advertise my podcast, and I'll give you the information I get out of court. Why would she go to Katie Joy? Why? Look at Fundy Friday. Fundy Friday to me is a more credible person. But I don't know, that's just me. You know what it is, but it's just so sickening, absolutely sickening. But let's bypass that and let's get into Amy Rachel King, okay? Remember a few months back, it seems that long, there was this big story or misunderstanding between Amy Duggar King, Backwards Barbie, and Katie Joy. I did make a video about that. I'll link it down in the description box. But the gist of it is that according to Katie and according to Amy Rachel King, it was a whole misunderstanding. So Katie says that when Amy Duggar King actually did this video mocking people from the South, in my opinion, Katie said that when she spoke to Amy Rachel King, she confirmed it was about Backwards Barbie. Then Amy Rachel King came on her Instagram and said, oh no, it definitely wasn't about Backwards Barbie. It was just about people that's always coming at her and, you know, because of who she's related to and so forth. So Amy Rachel King came back on her Instagram and says that she's separating herself from the negative people. But bear in mind, she did not, absolutely did not mention KJ. She just said she's separating herself. And then, fast forward to a few days ago, Katie Joy was all up in Amy Rachel King's business again. Again, going on her Instagram and basically being the Amy Duggar whisperer that she is. So Amy posted, thankful for you and how you taught me. It's okay to express my emotions. I can't imagine being controlled in every way possible, including my honest feelings. Bullshit. Being happy all the time isn't attainable. That's not how life is, and you shouldn't have to force a smile if that's not how you're truly feeling. I will teach my son that being authentic is what the Lord asks of us. Love you, Mum, always at Deanna_Duggar. Then this person says, everything you say does not have to be a passive-aggressive, I assume she's trying to say dig at others. So this person says, amen. Then Amy Rachel King says, also, girl, you might want to be careful who you work for. Now, Amy is referring to this girl, Laura, that's actually the tutor for the Duggar kids. And then she says, at Maisie Space, I will speak the truth and inform everyone how the IBLP is harmful and destructive. Let me just say this, and this is just my opinion. Amy Rachel King is in an NDA right now, okay? That is why she can't stand up for her little baby cousins that is allegedly living in such a dark world, according to KJ, okay? So how are you going to convince people of the IBLP where you can't help your own family? Just wondering. So anyway, Without a Crystal Ball says this. Over on Amy Duggar King's Instagram, Laura DeMays is making a fool of herself. This is amazing because now she's back to defending Amy Duggar King, but we're going to get into all that. Amy wrote a touching post to her mom. She thanked her for allowing her to express her feelings as a child. Amy also spoke about how happy at all times isn't healthy or attainable. The IBIP teaches women to never be sad, to always smile and to forgive and to forget. The Duggars have forced their daughters to forgive Josh, and Anna is also forced to forgive Josh. Laura responded, amen, to a comment that said, everything you say does not have to be passive-aggressive dig at others. Which in my opinion, you guys, she's right. For somebody that's in the IBLP, she's actually spot on. You know what? Say what you mean and mean what you say. You know what I'm saying? If you want to, don't put digs at this one. Just be open with what you're trying to say. You don't have to be passive-aggressive. But anyway, so Laura works for Jim Bob Duggar, and she is going to always defend Jim Bob and Michelle. Laura has said nothing about the trial, Josh's charges, or the victims. Instead, her issue is with Amy. Not a good look, Laura. But, Katie Joy, you are just as much a dumb fuck. You know why? Because you just said that Laura works for Jim Bob. She's in the IBLP, okay? They are taught to never be sad, to always smile, and to always forgive. Why would you go why would you go against the Duggars or Josh? She knows that Amy Duggar is the enemy, right? So what's the problem? Just ignore her. That's all you gotta do. But you have to insert yourself. You have to come to the defense of your best friend, right? Then she goes on and she says, no drama llama. I'm seeing an increased number of emails, DMs, and comments about other people's dramas surrounding me. Here's what I have to say. I don't care what people say about me. I don't watch videos people make about me. Only your husband does, right? So sending me messages thinking I need to know what someone said isn't helpful. You're damn right. Because at the end of the day, in my opinion, you and Amy are sitting behind closed doors and having a good laugh at anybody else because you think you played one off on us and made everybody think you're no longer friends, but you still are friends. What the other people think about me is irrelevant to my reporting. I don't care if everyone on YouTube doesn't like me. It doesn't change my reporting or job. I also have nothing negative to say about anybody. Drama isn't interesting to me. I am interested in reporting. If you think I care that so-so said something mean about me, I don't. I left high school over 20 years ago. There's no beef or drama with Amy Duggar King. There's nothing to share or report. If you want to know anything, know that she needs love and support. And keep that in mind, you guys. If you want to know anything, know that she needs love and support. She isn't involved in the trial. Josh and Jim Bob lied to her. She doesn't know and wasn't aware about any abuse until it went public in 2015. Now let's have a bit of a conversation, okay? When all this went down with Amy and Katie, everything was just so weird. Katie would put something up, take it down. Put something else up, take it down. In my opinion, they tried to play people. Amy, in my opinion, is too shit scared to let go of KJ. One. Or number two, she just feels sorry for KJ because of a situation. One of the two, in my opinion. So, if anybody can remember, when Katie Joy has beef with anybody, Sherelle, the people that I know and I've seen she's gone off on, John Yates, LB, Creepshaw Art, what's his name? Steve McRae, Aaron. The list goes on and on and on. Do you think KJ, if they were no longer friends, do you think KJ would be saying, if you want to know anything, know that she needs love and support? Think about it, people. Think about it. Because I remember clearly how for a long time she kept going after Albie. Nothing positive. Absolutely nothing. If she did come with something positive, like maybe, oh, Albie needs to carry on with the life or something like that. But it wasn't even 5 minutes later, she's dragging Albie. Okay? It's just a pattern and the type of person, in my opinion, who KJ is. So if anybody can maybe change my mind, I don't think my mind can be changed, because I do believe that these two are still friends. Another example. This case has been going on for a week, okay? Katie has always reported about the fact that Jill will definitely be witness for the prosecution, but not the defense. That was her speculation. That's how she felt. So all of a sudden, after she said she's spoken somebody close to Jill, she's spoken with somebody close to Jill, she said that Jill was supposed to be a rebuttal if Josh Duggar had testified. Now, who is close to Jill? Amy Rachel King. How hard is that to figure out? How? Because Jed was also supposed to testify. She didn't mention anything about Jed. Why only mention about Jill and finding out from the person that Jill is closest to? Amy Rachel King played all of us. She takes everybody as a fool. And you see Amy Rachel King, she classes herself as an influencer. One thing I can't stand as a liar. Especially if you take those people that are supporting you, that want the best for you, and you play them as a fool. Why? Because, guys, go back and think about how KJ actually treats people that she felt has ill-treated her or rejected her or just has left her. You know, she's a certain kind of way. She's never been different with anybody else. Think about it. As Amy said in one of her Instagram lives, she said she was taught and Jesus wants us to accept everybody for who they are. Why didn't you stick with that, Amy? Instead of playing people like a fool. Always preaching about how you're Christian, you're not perfect. Nobody is perfect. But don't throw Christianity in there. Because at the end of the day, when you come across as being, oh, you're this innocent Christian girl, that is fucked up. Especially making people think that y'all are not friends anymore, but behind the scenes, you're having a good kiki together. Have y'all ever seen KJ be so kind to one of her ex-friends? I haven't. And also, during this trial, okay, it was made aware that Josh Duggar had a file on Amy Duggar. Katie Joy shut that down quick and fast. She was so quick to shut it down. She said it's irrelevant. If that was anybody else, if that was maybe one of the family members or anybody else, you take your pick. Katie would have been on top of that. What the hell is on that file? She will go above and beyond to find out what is on that file. Let's be real. Now, all of a sudden, because it's Amy Duggar King, if that was me, oh, fuck no. This pervert has a file on me? Oh, hell no. Can we see what's on that file? Let us find a way to get what's on the file. But no. According to KJ, being Amy's mouthpiece, it's totally irrelevant. But at the end of the day, if this is true, if they played the public to say, well, it's just totally fucked up. For Amy to save her ass by saying, I'm separating myself from the negative people, but not naming KJ, doing what she did according to KJ, to backwards Barbie by mocking her and mocking her accent. Amy, that is fucked up to the utmost. You, by doing that, you weren't thinking of backwards Barbie. Did you even mention that apology? If this is what you're doing to save your business, to save your reputation. Because honestly speaking, Amy, the most reputable thing to do is say, I am so sorry, and be honest about it. Don't throw KJ under the bus, which remember KJ put a meme up and it came down so quick. Why? Did Amy hit her up and say, you know what, we got to play this role. I'm not abandoning you, but I just got to save my business. That is fucked up. That is fucked up. I'm sorry. So if you have anything else, if you can convince me that these two are not friends, I don't think so. Absolutely not. It's like KJ just had the one day. You know, you guys, I just realized this is Bailey Serian's merch, and I'm talking about I find it very suspicious that KJ all of a sudden is actually protecting Amy Rachel King. But anyway, I just got sidetracked for a minute. So at the end of the day, you guys, you got to tell me. Because I don't think their friendship is over. I think they're just being friends behind the scenes. Because at the end of the day, Amy has a lot to lose. And we know KJ. KJ will throw you under the bus in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. And it's also weird that she knew exactly why Joel was supposed to testify, but not mention why Jed was supposed to testify. And since she got it from somebody that's very close to Joel, and nobody else is close to Joel but Amy and her family. It is what it is. You guys let me know what you think. If this is true, this is all the way fucked up. Amy is nothing but a liar. She cannot separate herself from anybody else at this point, in my opinion. So you guys let me know. I appreciate it. And before I go, she was also quick about getting this over with, and she didn't want to deal with it. She just wants to move on with her life. Too suspicious. Way too suspicious. So anyway, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. I will see you tomorrow again, or probably Friday. tomorrow or Friday, tomorrow's Thursday, whichever day. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank you to all my members. I appreciate you guys. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and the notification bell so you'll be notified each time I upload. Also, have a fantastic rest of your week. Please wear your mask and please be kind to one another. Thanks so much, you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.